Hello there. Welcome back to the Nerdery. After 2 unsuccessful attempts during a work trip in Ohio, I felt the force calling me to make one more Walgreen stop on my way home and was rewarded with the Clone Trooper Lieutenant. On this episode, we'll ask and answer the question, do you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Odds of toy hunting were most definitely generous to me on that day. Top of the box has a see-through window and the new cutout shape. Moving to the front, you have the Star Wars Black Series logo, the Clone Trooper Lieutenant, the familiar rifle and blaster. The bottom, it says Star Wars Attack of the Clones, and then Phase 1 Clone Trooper Lieutenant. Moving to the side of the box is the beautiful new art. I love this new style of box. I really appreciate it. Even though I'm going to open this figure, I'm definitely keeping these and I want to think of a way to display them. How about you guys? Back of the box has the Clone Trooper art expanded and the description. Throughout the Clone Wars, clone troopers fought the battle droids of the Separatists across the galaxy. They were loyal to their Jedi generals and the Supreme Chancellor. The Clone Trooper Lieutenant debuted in the movie Attack of the Clones, and their first battle was the Battle of Geonosis. The Clone Trooper Lieutenants were clone troopers that were trained to be officers on Kamino. They command platoons that have up to 4 squads or 36 troopers. First thing I want to do is scale him with some of his clone trooper brothers. Here's Clone Commander Bly, and then Clone Commander Gree. I do love all the clone variants, man. I think it's really cool how they injected different personalities and rankings, or they changed their clone armor based on the planet or mission they were going to. Really cool to see the transition and evolution from the Phase 1 clone helmet to the Phase 2, which Bly and Gree are wearing. I think they look really sweet together. How about you guys? All right, keeping Bly here for just a sec. So as you can see, he has the same body sculpt as Clone Commander Bly and Gree. The major difference are going to be the markings and the helmet. Right out of box, the first thing I visualized was the scene in Attack of the Clones where all the clones are coming off the dropship, and then you see a handful of the clone lieutenants, and they just pop out amongst the all-white clones because they have the blue detail on their armor. One of the things I appreciate about the clone troopers is that the paint on their armor definitely looks homemade. When you take a close look at the armor, you can see the blue paint job around the visor that extends on the fin of the helmet, and you can see spots where they missed it, just showing human error, which is really cool, or clone error, I should say. Body's plain white like a stormtrooper, has the same exact rubber belt, just comes with 4 dots on the chest to indicate he's a lieutenant. Shoulder armor has a blue stripe that goes all the way down the arm, like the little touch of having the armor on the hands, and the right hand has a trigger finger, where the left hand just has a grip. Real quick for articulation, we've all seen it before. Moves nice side to side, looks down pretty well, looking up is limited, and then no head tilt at all. 360 degrees on the shoulder, but because this armor is a hard plastic and it's going to bump up right against the back armor, it's really hard to move it out, so you have very limited shoulder movement outside. Do have a 360 degree bicep curl and then 360 degree rotation at the wrist, and I do appreciate the inflection up and down for someone who's going to wield a pistol or blaster. Torso has good 360 degree movement, and then you have a double pin at the knee. I do appreciate this detail quite a bit on the boot, having a gray sole to it. I think it breaks up all the white in the armor. It has a little rock back, but it is limited by the armor over the heel, rocks forward, and then tilts side to side. Also have a thigh cut as well. Clone Trooper Lieutenant comes with 2 blasters that we've seen before. So one of the things I do want to point out is my guy is so stiff and the shoulder pads are so hard, it does lead to some awkward poses with this rifle if I want to show him two-handed. I'm hoping that once I play with him and loosen him up a little, I can get him in maybe a little bit more natural of a position. That looks better already, doesn't it? Nope, it's still kind of awkward. All right, we'll see what happens once I play with him and loosen him up. And then also comes with a very long blaster rifle as well that we've seen numerous times. The reason I wanted this clone was so I could pose him with Obi-Wan, Padawan Anakin, and the rest of the Jedi from the Attack of the Clones wave. By himself, the Clone Trooper Lieutenant is cool, and he's cool because of the helmet and because of the blue paint job, but when you put him with Obi-Wan and Anakin, he becomes really flippin' cool. What do you guys think? Absolutely had to throw him up next to the Gaming Grades Trooper because they really remind me of each other. It's actually pretty cool seeing them side by side. It is an evolution in the helmet, which I love, and it's a blue weathered paint job that looks homemade on both of them. Man, that's actually pretty slick together. Which one do you guys think is better? I'm going to go with this one just for the nostalgia factor. This one's cool because I enjoyed the video game. Are you guys the same way? Does nostalgia win? Do you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Absolutely, of course you do. Man, I did not want to stop on my way home. It was the end of like almost a 4-hour drive. I just wanted to get home, see the family, but I knew there was a Walgreens about a mile out of the way if I went right instead of left. And I felt the force pulling. It was calling to me, and I listened, and the Clone Trooper Lieutenant is now in the Nerdery, and I am so full of joy and so grateful to have him. He looks awesome with Anakin and Obi-Wan. I love the way he paired and scaled with Clone Commander Gree and Bly. He's a welcome addition to the Nerdery, and he's going to look sweet in the display with the other Attack of the Clones figures. How do you think he ranks against other clone figures in your collection? Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.